An epidemic plaguing a generation. An infection consuming the lives of the youth. A devastating digital disaster of doom. Will your child be the next victim? Brain rot. What is it? Where does it come from? Is it contagious? In internet culture, brain rot describes social media content deemed to be of low quality or value. The term also refers to the harmful effects associated with excessive use of digital media, especially short-form entertainment and doom scrolling, which may affect cognitive and mental health. Brain rot is nothing new. According to the Oxford University Press, the first recorded use of the term traces back to the 1854 book Walden by Henry David Thoreau, in which he was criticizing what he saw to be a decline in intellectual standards. Sound familiar? Fast forward more than 100 years and the resurgence of the term brain rot is on the rise due to the saturation of short-form content on social media. Have you heard your kids say any of the following? Skibidi, Phantom Tax, Gyat, Rizz, Ohio, Sigma, or Edge? If the answer is yes, you must act fast before it's too late. Vocabulary as such are telling symptoms of early onset brain rot. Your child could be moments away from catching the infectious condition. Luckily for you, you're in the right place.
Yeah.
In order to stop the plague, you must first understand it properly. Not by being handed a frickin' packet, yo. We're gonna teach you face to face. Stay tuned, and you'll be given a comprehensive guide to all things brain rot and learn how to save your children from the digital drug. But before that, let's see how the general public describes brain rot.
Yeah, boy. It's not even a word.
Yeah, skibidi. Skibidi.
Honestly, because when you hear the actual word brain rot, you're rotting your brain. So when you think about that, I just think about something that's going on that's making your brain feel stupid.
I think of our Livy Duns, our baby Gronks getting rizzing up Livy Dunn. And I think of AJ, Big Justice, and 5 Big Booms and what that means to me.
I think of this 16-year-old that I worked with this summer who would just talk absolute nonsense. It was really annoying.
When you're looking at a screen, watching TV or on your phone for so long that you start to just feel gross.
I guess I kind of feel a mental fatigue is what I kind of think about that.
Skibidi toilet. I don't know what it means, but it's just the most chronically online thing.
Parents, I have a term that you should be on the lookout for. It's called rizz, and it's extremely dangerous to the youth. Your kids are going to embody negative rizz and turn into Trump-esque players without a care in the world about education. That's right, parents. You remember Trump, the TV host? That'll be your kids, yo! I'm warning you about this as we head into our next segment, a mandatorial segment put upon the show by our investors. Brain rot from, unfortunately, a more positive light. I'm sorry to all the viewers who are enlightened as I am and understand how boring this next segment will be. But anyways, take it away, Maya.
Hello everybody, my name is Maya and welcome to my classroom. And here we encourage open discussions, curiosity, and learning, especially when it comes to all things brain rot. You may have heard this term thrown around online or even used in casual conversation, but how did this term come to be? Let's take a look. The origins of brain rot actually go back to a more literal meaning. The term was originally associated with medical conditions that involved brain decay or deterioration. While brain rot was never an official medical diagnosis, it was often used in a dramatic way to describe the effects of diseases that cause cognitive decline, brain infections, or severe neurological damage. In older medical literature, phrases like brain softening or cerebral decay were sometimes used to describe conditions that led to the deterioration of brain function. This included illnesses such as neurosyphilis, advanced Alzheimer's disease, or infections like encephalitis that could severely impact the brain's ability to function. However, the term brain rot as we use it today is much more metaphorical. Over time, people began to use it as a slang to describe the feeling of mental exhaustion or cognitive overload. The internet, of course, played a huge role in popularizing this version of the term. As social media, online fandoms, and meme culture exploded in the 2000s and the 2010s, people started using brain rot humorously to describe how their minds felt after spending excessive time on a simple topic. For an example, if somebody spends time obsessing over a video game, a TV series, or even an inside joke, they might say, "I have brain rot from this show," or "Oh, my brain is completely rotted from this meme." It captures that feeling of being so mentally consumed by something that you can't think about anything else. This phrase is often used in online communities like Twitter, Tumblr, Reddit, and Discord, where people bond over hyperfixations and media consumption. In a way, brain rot has become a badge of honor for the fandom culture. Whether it's anime, music, books, or internet memes, brain rot represents the deep engagement and passion people feel for the things they love, even if it means losing a bit of sleep over it. So, in summary, brain rot began as a figurative medical term for brain decay, but has evolved into an internet slang term used to describe obsession and deep engagement with media and pulp culture. And with the internet constantly evolving, who knows how the meaning of brain rot will change in the future?
It's the past, but it's time to focus on the current reality of brain rot. In the modern day, brain rot snowballs at unprecedented speeds, rising and crashing in popularity faster than you can satisfy your spouse. To put into adult terms, brain rot has become just as unpredictable as the stock market. And as your brain rot broker, here is my investment advice on how to keep up with your kids. Number 1, diversify your portfolio. Social media algorithms personalize your feed to such specific niches that it's important to recognize that what you are seeing is not widely representative of the entire market. You may be enjoying those videos of cute animals, but every time you interact with one, you fall deeper and deeper into that hole. It is important to remain open to more topics and genres to diversify your feed, and you'll have a more well-rounded understanding of the trends that are being exposed to your kids. Number 2, buy low, sell high. The worst thing you can do is be late to a trend. One outdated brain rot reference can cause generational aura debt to your relationship with your kids, and you'll be stuck putting fries in the bag.
What the Sigma?
Did you know that saying? Fries in the bag? Are you proud of yourself? Because that's exactly what I'm talking about. No one says that anymore. Its value has crashed. It's blockbuster stock. Is that what you want? As a rule of thumb, know that brain rot has the shelf life of only a couple weeks and only reaches its peak for a couple days at most before it crashes and burns. Therefore, make sure to look at the date of a post to identify if the brain rot is still within its golden window. Number 3, research the market. Any smart investor knows the importance of market research, and it's no different with brain rot. Being open to learning about brain rot is the best way to stay up to date on its current state. And luckily for you, you're in the perfect place to do so.
Okay.
Remember, even if you follow my advice, it's still possible for modern brain rot not to make sense. You still might not get the hype, and that's okay. Because if your frontal lobe has developed fully, none of this is meant for you to enjoy anyways. That's why at Brain Rot Tutor, we remind you that while we encourage you to dip your toes into the poisonous pool and learn about brain rot, make sure that you and your kids don't start to drown. It can be a slippery slope with devastating consequences. Brain rot in its present form stoops lower and lower every day, catering to short attention spans, underdeveloped consciousness, and uncritical thinkers who just want to mindlessly recite incomprehensible slop that has less effort put into it than a discussion post due at 11:59 p.m. Flying cars, they said. Flying cars. Is this what you want your kids to be watching? If the answer is no, you'd be doing yourself a favor by sticking around. And if you think you understand any of this, you'd be wrong. There's a generational gap between these brain-dead children and the older, classier generation of people. To put this to the test, we decided to pit renowned documentary editor and distinguished professor Didier Kennel against Avery, an ordinary 10-year-old, with one special challenge. Who knows more brain rot? Let's find out.
So the rules of the game is when you have the answer, reach for the marker, and whoever grabs it, say the answer. Okay, so the first question. What is the name of the sound-based editing software owned by Avid?
Pro Tools.
What part of the body is the gyat?
Butt.
Correct.
You can't swear in front of me.
How many big booms are there?
5.
What's a boom?
Can you do the booms?
Boom.
What's a boom?
What state has the biggest rizz?
Ohio.
Correct.
What's a rizz?
What is this famous toilet?
Skibidi toilet.
Sing your song, sing your song.
Skibidi, yes, yes.
What is it called when you talk to someone with a lot
I
of...
just want the pen.
No, you can get this one.
What is it called when you talk to someone with a lot of charm and a style to try and impress them?
Didier.
Incorrect. What is this person doing in this photo?
Mewing.
Correct.
Can you do for us?
Yeah, could you both try mewing? Can you try to recreate this face?
And the winner is... What's your name?
Avery.
Avery.
Do that.
She cheated. Yubi, come on, let's go.
Do you want to?
Ha ha! You get nothing!
Moving on to the subject of what memes are relevant and which are dead. Let's bring in our meme broker Noah to look into the current meme forecast.
Thank you, Lachlan. To begin this week's market recap, let's take a look at the first human to become a meme, Elon Musk. Of course, by declaring yourself to be a meme, your meme stock immediately crashes. This also goes for Tesla stock, which is down by 23% this month. For the past few weeks, two musical artists, Biba and NBA Youngboy, have been pitted head-to-head by TikTok users on who can sing and who cannot. NBA Youngboy seems to be winning right now. Here's a look at the meme. Yabba Dabba Doobie proceeded to crash out at the meme, not seeming to understand it was actually complimenting her phenomenal singing abilities. The meme is now beginning to fall, and we don't expect it to last. Alright, moving on. The low taper fade meme is still massive and continuing to rise, without any signs of stopping. Earlier in the week, Instagram Reels had a failure in their algorithm and proceeded to show their users violent footage of fights and death. It was basically the equivalent of watching John Wick from Fortnite. Instagram has paused its algorithm to prevent this, so its meme stock immediately plummeted. We've talked about a lot of crashes today, so let's switch it up and look at some new brain rot on the rise. Have you been looking for a new type of media? Well, look at this. You may not like it, but your coworkers are gonna love it. And you know, speaking of Sonic, remember back when his original teaser released and he looked really ugly? Sonic fans harassed Sega until they finally redesigned him for the final release. Something similar may be happening with this new Shrek. The teaser reveals a new art style for the character, and long story short, they feminized Shrek. His eyes are closer together, the style suits Fiona great. I love the way she looks. Shrek's daughter even looks fine. Not as great as Fiona's redesign, but serviceable. Donkey could use a shave, but my main complaint lies in Shrek. Right now, Shrek's meme stock is dead. Dead! But this might be the time to invest, people. DreamWorks could always pull a Sonic and redesign Shrek's to capitalize on his masculine physique. That's why we should all come together and short on the meme potential of Shrek. Call that the big Shrek. At the end of the day, I'm just excited that they put TikTok into Shrek. Pinocchio being a doom scrolling Gen Alpha reminds me of the Nepo intern we have at BrainRot Tutor. Her name is Erika, and we've been tasked with a very special challenge to unrot her brain. Let's take a look at our first attempt.
Erika touches grass.
So you're the intern?
Yeah.
For your first test, we're playing Scrabble.
Skibidi? That's not even a word.
Yeah, skibidi. Skibidi toilet rizz.
Mog? That's not a word. It's not even in the Oxford Dictionary.
You're just jealous because I'm mogging your words.
It's not a real word.
Rizz, you just won. It's like 30 points. Oh my god.
BRAINROT Tutor, we ensure your voices can be heard. So for our last segment, we're going to hear from you. Our first caller is Alex, a math teacher for high school seniors. Take it away.
Hey, BRAINROT Tutor. I've noticed in recent years that my students have had less and less of an attention span when it comes to learning math. They'd rather spend their day talking about skibidis.
Question. I hear about this from my viewers a lot, especially those who teach the younger generation. I think what you need to do is bring the curriculum down to their level a bit more. Not necessarily in quality or education, but to use words and vocabulary that's more familiar to them. How many skibidis does it take to find the square root of one toilet? I think that's a very important question to ask. Thank you, Alex. I hope this helps. Let's hear from another question.
Hey, BRAINROT Tutor. I'm Mike, and my mom thinks I need to have less screen time. I think that's very unfair. She's a meanie. How do I plot my revenge?
Now, Mike, I know that you may be upset, but your mom is being very reasonable given the circumstances. Probably even too reasonable. If I was in her shoes, you'd be at a foster center right now. I don't have time for children with rotted brains. You should be thanking me for even giving you the opportunity to speak here. How old are you? 10? You should be getting a job. You should be working. Why are you calling in? Anyways, next question.
Hello, I'm Herbert, and I'm wondering if there's any healthy ways to consume brain rot. I want to get more in touch with the youth.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. No, there is no healthy way to consume brain rot. All of it is evil. Next question.
Hello, Mr. BRAINROT teacher. My name is Jessie, and I'm a single mother of 3. I've been showing my kids Baby Shark whenever I need to go to work, and it's gotten to a point where they can't even function without it. How do I save my kids? Please, Mr. BRAINROT. I can't go this alone. My husband left me. Please help.
Oh my God. I thought that question was never going to end. Sorry, that's all the time we have for today. Mainly because I don't care. Thank you for tuning in, and make sure to join us next week for a course on looks maxing. We'll see you later.
Por las calles virtuales yo ando navegando. Gaisena en vivo, todos están